Hey guys, this is Tom, and here we are for another M12 Sealed daily event. Should be starting any moment here. Once again, just trying to get some practice under our belts for the big championship coming this Sunday, the MOCS 9 Season Championship. So we'll be building here in just a minute. Okay, here we are. Let's take a look at what we've got. In green, we're looking at Llanowar Elves. We've got Runeclaw Bears, Jade Mage, Companion. Arachnus Web is a nice trick. Let's see here, 2 bears. Got Hunter's Insight, Basilisk. Not too excited about Brindleboar or Gladecover Scout, so green looks pretty light. We've got Double Greatsword in Artifacts. We do have a Solemn Simulacrum. In red, we have Fireslinger, Arsonist, Tunneler. Stormblood Berserkers are great. The Blood Ogre I'm very excited about. Let's see, what else? We have Chandra the Firebrand. We have a Volcanic Dragon. We do have a Fireball. And so we've got like Lava Axe, Fling. There's a decent chance we will be playing the red. Fireball and Chandra are both amazing. There is also a possibility we might be able to splash, just depending. So let's have a look. Okay, so Manic Vandal, I'm not sure if I want to start just because we've got the Great Swords, which we might potentially be playing. In black we have, let's see, Disentomb, Child of Night, a Bloodseeker, a Duskhunter Bat. I like the early game we've got in black so far. Devouring Swarm, Warpath Ghoul. We have a Runescarred Demon, which is a nice late game bomb. We have Diabolic Tutor to go fetch it up. Smallpox in a pinch. Not sure about Hideous Visage. Decent sideboard card, but I probably wouldn't start it. In blue we have Ice Cage. We've got 2 Coral Merfolk. Merfolk Looter. Looks like double Ice Cage, actually. Maybe I just missed it the first time. Nope, double Ice Cage. Okay. We do have a Negate and Cancel. Fleetwing, Chasm Drake, triple Harbor Serpent. Okay. So blue is looking okay, but Harbor Serpent I'm not super excited about. It's a very late game card and may not be enough to get the job done. Hopefully the white will look good here. We've got Double Griffin Sentinel, Veteran. We've got a Stormfront Pegasus. We've got an Abolisher, Stave Off, which is an excellent trick. What else have we got here? Mighty Leap. Got 2 Oromancers. We have, let's see, Day of Judgment. Okay. And double Peregrine Griffin. So I don't know that we have. I mean, a white is. What I really like is actually like a Griffin Riders here. Don't know that we have enough white creatures to run the Guardian's Pledge. The white is definitely fine early game. Like Day of Judgment is a very nice bomb also. Looking through the colors, what we have, we want to make sure we have some nice early game. We don't really have much in the way of removal. All we have is Fireball, Chandra, like Day of Judgment. Not much in black. Red really doesn't have much either, other than the Fireball. We have some removal in blue with Ice Cage, but I'm not sold on blue just yet, just because we do have some early game with blue. Like we have the Coral Merfolk and the Looter. We've got the Fleetwing Aven, which is actually nice with the Great Sword. Chasm Drake. So blue is looking okay, but I think we really want to go for more of like a bomb strategy. So green has Arachnus Web. It has some nice early game. It's got the Jade Mage and a Basilisk, and that's kind of it. Like we don't have all that much going on in green. I think we're going to end up playing red. This might be more of a defensive deck though, just because we may not really have the early creature support to really be an aggressive deck. As a result, we will probably end up playing maybe white-red. It's possible we might splash another color or look at playing like the Runescarred Demon. Let's see. So we have, I mean, if we play Runescar Demon, we can go with like maybe like a red-black shell. No, I just don't know that really, is going to be good enough. What we could do is we could look at playing black-white, and then splash red for Fireball and Chandra, which actually may not be the worst. The red creatures we have are certainly decent. I mean, we have the Volcanic Dragon, we have the Hellhound, the Blood Ogre, the Berserkers. The problem with Berserkers is if you don't have the rest of the early game, they're only mediocre. I mean, we do have like the Arsonists, and if we were to pair red with green, with like the Runeclaw Bears, and be more of an aggressive shell, I could see using like the red, but we might be better off just splashing red here. Let's have a look. So if we were to splash red and run like white, black, I don't know, let's see. If we run white, black, we don't have much in the way of mana fixing. I mean, we have Solemn Simulacrum, and that's pretty much it. What else do we have? Like we have, like Warpath Ghoul and Bloodrage Vampire are both very average. I think we might have enough early game in the white. Well, this is interesting. Okay, so let's take the blue away for a moment just to see what it would look like without it. Let's take out the blue and let's move out the green. So I don't think that the green is going to be enough to get there. Like, we have some nice early game, but there's just not enough threat density. Okay, so if we look at a white-black shell splashing the red, we're probably just going to be playing red for Chandra and Fireball. If we do that, what does it look like? Let's see. Maybe Fling if we need another card. Okay, so this is 27. We have a pretty big 3-drop slot. I'm not convinced that Greatsword is going to be all that good in this deck. Like, we have the Dusthunter Bat, we have Child of Night, I suppose, Pegasus. So actually the Sentinels it's very good with. I probably wouldn't start 2, though. I think 1 is maybe fine. Actually, Greatsword is actually pretty good in this deck. We've got the Peregrine Griffins, the Sentinels, so it does a fair amount of work. If we take out the Warpath Ghoul, I'm not really sold on him at the moment. Bloodrage Vampire is probably too slow. Okay, so now we're getting somewhere. Probably not running Smallpox because we do have late drop cards that we want to get to. And the double black and a 3 colors is not going to work. Disentomb, we don't really have any creatures we care about a whole ton other than the Runescar Demon, so I'm not sold on Disentomb. So this is 22. What does black give us here? Like, I like the white. I think we're definitely going to be running white for sure, and the Greatsword is going to be a nice addition. If we end up running the black, it's for Tutor and Runescar Demon. I don't know that it's worth, really just taxing the colors so much to just bring in these cards. I mean, yes, we can, tutor for the Day of Judgment if we need it, or the Chandra, but let's just take a small look at the red-white here to see if it's enough. Because if we have enough going for red-white, I'd prefer to play like a 2-color deck. Okay, so in red-white, we have Fireslinger, we've got Arsonist, we have the Berserkers, we have Tunneler. Tunneler is actually fine with the Oromancers. Like, the Oromancers are actually pretty underwhelming. They don't really do anything. Yeah, they actually do exactly nothing. So maybe we don't run them. We've got Blood Ogre. Okay, we have Lightning Elemental. We have Fling. Let's see, what else? Slaughtercry. Okay. Got the Volcanic Dragon. We have Manic Vandal, which we may or may not run, just depending. If we run Greatsword, we probably won't. We have the Hellhound. Hellhound and Tunneler is a nice combo. Got Lava Axe. So, I mean, I think the red-white shell is already looking a lot better. Now, if we ran like blue instead, we would gain Looter, Coral Merfolk for our early game, and then be able to splash Chandra and Fireball. We'd have the Ice Cage for removal. How good are the red creatures here? Because, I mean, Oromancer doesn't do anything. Like, it's a 2/2 Grey Ogre. It doesn't get anything back that matters. Let's see. So if we end up running blue, it's like red gives us Slaughter Cry, which is fine, I suppose. I mean, we can, end up using that. Okay. So let's go ahead and okay. All right. So, okay, if we end up running the blue instead, we have the Ice Cages, we have Coral Merfolk, we've got Looter, we have Chasm Drake, we have the Fleetwing, which is nice with Greatsword, and Cutthroat. I'm actually kind of interested in the blue-white splash red shell. Gives us a little more removal, which I like. If we end up playing blue-white splash red, what do we lose? Okay, so we end up cutting these here. Alright, so this deck is, I think, a little more polished. Oh, we have Mind Control, I forgot to mention, which I actually just didn't even see it. So this is, I think, a lot closer now, towards, leaning towards the blue. We could run Cancel here also. It's definitely a fine card. Are there any other cards that we're interested in? Let's see. Oromancer actually does a little bit more because now, I mean, if they can get rid of the Ice Cage, Oromancer is actually, a much better card. Still not sure I want more than one Greatsword. I think one is fine. Mighty Leap is an okay trick, but I'm not sold on it. I'd rather have a second Oromancer. So this is 24. Okay. Actually, I like this quite a bit more. Does Levitation do anything for us? Not really. Let's see, what else? We could potentially cut like Grand Abolisher. I mean, he's not amazing. He's certainly fine, but... Well, let's see. I think the 5-drops are set. Probably want to run 23, and then just, aim for probably 3 mountains, I would say. We might be able to play 2 because we've got Solemn. Yeah, that could. These are both fairly late game cards too, so 2 and a Solemn might actually work. Okay. What do we cut here? I think we maybe cut Abolisher. Like, he's fine, but, he's double color in a 3-color deck. I'm not sold that he's amazing. We have a decent number of 2-drops. It might be correct to run, like, the Abolisher over the second Oromancer. I can definitely see an argument for that. But I think this might be a little better. Because, I mean, like, Ice Cages are... It's very possible to lose the Ice Cage. In this way, the Ice Cage does a lot more work. Okay, so with this build, We have a pretty big 3-drop slot, though. I think what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to run one Oromancer main, run the Abolisher, and then just, board into the second Oromancer if it looks like they have a lot of targeting. So if they're white and they have tappers, stuff like that, or tunnelers, any kind of nonsense like that, then we can, board in the second Oromancer. So with this, we've got, okay, 8-7-2, and I actually pretty much agree with that. 2 mounds looks fine with the Solemn Simulacrum. We definitely want more white than blue, and I think that looks correct. Alright, so we will see you in round 1.